Welcome back, everybody. This is Flatland Relics. My name is Matt, and today we're going to fix my 1928 Model A. As you can see, I was just pointing at the timing bolt for when you're in top dead center, and I'm also pointing at the distributor release hold down bolt, whatever you want to call it. We're going to have to eventually take that out. My 1928 Model A came to me with all the original style parts. So it has the old school distributor with the, they're either brass or copper. I think they're copper little strips that go down to the spark plugs. And I was having trouble timing that because it's very old equipment. And when I replaced it, I just bought the modern style, spark plugs, wires, rotor, just like a regular car now. So that's what we're going to be doing today. As you can see, I'm already at it, just kind of pulling stuff apart. I have this really bad habit of just starting to take stuff apart without planning my attack. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It actually didn't work out for me because later on you will see I'm unable to get the distributor out on the first try. And then I also break my ignition wire and had to order an entire new ignition and new wire, but it's for the better. It seems like a lot of the wiring in this car is from the early 60s, probably early 1960s restoration of this Model A. I don't think these are original parts. I think they're refurbished things from that era, and I think this car is restored one time, which is fine with me. For the most part, I'm just going to say it's all original, though, because that sounds good. I like to take little brackets and parts that need a little cleaning up and painting and just take care of them while you got them off the car. Just hit it with a couple cans of primer and then some black. Just looks a lot nicer when you put everything back and it's cleaned up. You'll see in the near future when I pull the distributor body out and I pull there it is. Yeah, that thing's toasted. No wonder why it didn't run good. I'm glad I replaced this entire thing, and not just the wires or something. I'm happy I got all of that out of there. And here, that was a mistake. That was me just messing with something that I shouldn't have been messing with. But I'm glad I'm replacing this part too, because if you think about it, that could have been broken inside and had a bad connection, and that was causing problems when I was trying to start the car. So there's the new body. That screws right in. Boop. And from what I read, you don't want to screw that in all the way. Like, you don't want to send it all the way home. You just screw it in most of the way. That way it's tight, because you don't want too much pressure against it or something. I don't know. There's some explanation in the book. The new distributor shaft only fits one way. So you got to mess with it and find where it clicks in correctly. And then when you set it, I had yet to figure this out, but when you set it, you have to turn the shaft inside the block until it locks in. It'll drop in and catch a tang inside of the block and drop down low enough. Here's me trying to fish it out because I had no clue what I was doing yet. As usual, it's a learning process. It's fun working on the Model A. It's not difficult at all. You do have to know the processes. You have to kind of do a little bit of research, but it's pretty common sense. So far, there hasn't been too much that I haven't understood that I worked with. I do think I need a clutch, but that's going to be a video for another time. Today, we're just focusing on electrical stuff. So here, it's not difficult. Just take a flathead and turn the shaft until it drops. Turn it slow and let it sink in and catch the tang that's in the block. That way you know you're locked in. Otherwise, the distributor body will not sit at the correct elevation on the head. It will be up a little too high. So, once I figured that out, it was smooth sailing. Like you saw my note, I decided on a little never sees on that. First, I put some thread locker on there, and then I wiped it all off and was like, maybe that's not a good idea. So I just put a little never sees on the threads that go into the head, and then just tighten down that crush nut or lock nut or whatever you want to call it, and then your distributor's set. There is a little peg on the distributor body on the bottom, and line that up with the acceptor hole on the head. Here, just putting the retard advance lever back on from the steering column. And that, I think I just set it all the way up in the car and just hooked it back on. That's just like a slide thing. Like you slide the end of it over and then you drop it on and it connects right on. It's pretty simple. Here's the new 6-volt coil. I'm not changing the car from 6-volt. I'm leaving it positive ground, leaving it 6-volt the way it was meant to be. And I had to get a new coil. I got a new condenser, new distributor. I eventually get new plugs. Basically just replaced like 90% of the electrical stuff involving the ignition and the engine. You can see that one red wire in the center of the screen. That's from the ammeter to the coil. I put that in new because that one looked a little rough. And I think when I multimetered it, it gave me like the worst read out of all the wires. So I just replaced that one. I did that earlier and it is not on film. Sorry. But the new coil looks nice, black on black. The bracket's black. I like that. Just looks real clean. See the coil slipping though? I was soon to learn that I had to take everything out and add a couple layers of electrical tape on the coil and then cinch it tight and pinch it in the bracket. I guess the new style ones or the repro ones are, I don't know, smaller in diameter, so they don't fit as well. So just a little tape and then a zip tie or something, and do that with the bracket and you'll be all right. This is a perfect example of me still fighting the coil to get it to stay up. There is a threaded hole in the middle of the bracket, and I tried like a little set bolt. I didn't really want to do that though, because I felt like that could back itself out, or it could maybe crack the coil or damage the coil. I didn't want to put a lot of pressure on it like that. So I ended up deciding to do the electrical tape and just making the diameter wider with the tape. when I added the wire end on the red wire, I used it's like the complete circle terminal or washer or ring terminal, I think they're called. I use that. That way, once I put the hold down nut around the wire on the coil, I don't have to worry about slipping off. If you had like a fork terminal, it might actually slip off. And very quickly, I lost washers for the new coil, so I'll just take them off the old one here.
In the case of nuclear or radiological fallout,
The hold down clips are what I'm doing right now, and they're pretty self-explanatory. I did not like the fact that I couldn't get the ignition wire threaded end into the distributor body evenly. I couldn't get it in straight, and I kept trying to thread it, and it kept walking a little weird off to the side. So I just pulled the distributor and put it in separate with the distributor out of the block. It was a lot easier. I could line everything up. It went right in that way. And then you just got to fight the wire in through the firewall. And I'm going to say my usual disclaimer. I'm no mastermind mechanic. I'm just a guy trying to make the car run, trying to make it a little better than it was when I got it. So I do the best that I can do. There's plenty of Model A channels with dudes that have probably built numerous cars that can show you the ins and outs of everything. You know, I do this for fun. I do this for a hobby. And I wanted to see if I could get this 1928 Model A back to running condition. You might have seen me take the dikes and cut that tape off my little dash panel piece. I always take the screws to whatever I take apart and I tape them right to the part. Stuff like that, you'll lose it in a heartbeat. It falls in between the seat or something. You're never going to find it. And I'm already missing 2 dash screws, so I only had 2 to put in, and I didn't want to lose either of them. to the donkeys or the ducks and shit next door. What's that?
Oh, I threw something in there. Almost.
Yeah, but I can't tell what's wrong.
So when you're doing that, the little fan
Uh-huh.
thing looks like it's struggling a little.
That's fine. The
Oh.
belt's not tight.
Is it something you have to like do on the gas, like vroom vroom, like the other cars?
There we go.